Hey y'all, we live today, baby, okay? I just felt like I just needed to come up here and go live. So I'm doing a daytime look today, nothing too dramatic. I'm about to go run some errands. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is prep my skin with a Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And look at me just going ahead and talking like I'm doing a whole tutorial or whatever. And I'm just pushing this into the skin. How y'all feeling? I mean, we have made it literally through the first 7 days of 2022. Like, oh my goodness, crazy. Time that flew by so fast. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to tell you. And I'm just gonna let that primer sit on my face a little bit. I am going to double prime today, and let me see if I can find. If I can find it, then I'm gonna do it. But if I can't find it, it's all good. Yep, that's my primer. So I'm gonna use the Mary Kay oil mattifier just to kind of help with the T-zone, so that way I'm not like super oily and greasy, but it's not really. I guess you could say this is kind of like a live tutorial. Well, duh, because we live, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I do have some videos coming for you guys next week, so make sure that you have your post notifications turned on so that way you can, be ready when the displays are dropping. I have everything coming for you guys: makeup looks, hair looks, clothing looks. We got it all in 2022. I'm super duper excited about that. So just make sure that you subscribe, turn your post notifications on so that way you can see everything that is dropping this year for 2022. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let that sit a little bit on my face. Like I said, I'm doing a daytime look, so nothing super dramatic. And I also got some new products from Ulta. So I'm just gonna share with you guys the products that I got, and then I'm gonna actually start doing my face. My Ulta bag. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I cannot go into Ulta without buying something. Like I literally had in my mind that I was only gonna get one thing, but that wasn't the case. So, that wasn't the case. So I got another Real Techniques brush. This is the Instapot cheek brush. I already have the foundation brush, and you guys, I literally don't even want to use anything else when it comes to actually diffusing my foundation out on my face. I really love how this brush is. So I just had to pick up the cheek brush, and the cheek brush is going to help blend more with like contouring and blush. So I cannot wait to start using this one. As you guys can see, I've already been using the face brush. And then I also picked up a blush palette from Makeup Revolution. And I picked up a blush palette just because I really don't wear blush like that. And I really want to start getting into wearing blush. So we're doing something new for 2022, and we're wearing blush. I'm going to open this so y'all can see. So that way y'all can see what we're working with. Ouch. Gotta be careful. This thing is. Let's see if we get this open. Sorry, no, don't do that, y'all. Okay. The packaging is super duper cute. Like, yes. This is the blush palette. So you guys can see these blushes. And I just thought these were super duper cute. You have a variety of light shades and warm shades. So, and I like to mix colors too. So I definitely think I'm going to be mixing these blushes when I use them. So I got this blush palette, my Instapot cheek brush. I also picked up another foundation from the NYX Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I've already been using the Sienna spray, but as you guys can see, I'm a little bit more in my winter complexion right now, so I have a little bit more yellow in the inside of my face. So I picked up this one in the shade Nutmeg to kind of apply in the middle of my face, and then I'm still going to use sienna around the outer portion of my face. So that's what I'm actually going to be applying today as my foundation. So I'm super excited to see how Nutmeg pairs with sienna. And then I also picked up another eyeshadow brush. This is from Essence. This is their Smoky Eyes eyeshadow brush. I really was just looking for an eyeshadow brush that had a smaller shape, so that way it's easier for me to do more colorful looks. That is something that I want to get into for 2022, just doing more colorful eyeshadow looks. So this is the brush. And it's very sturdy, but it's also flexible, so I like that. So it'll be easy to kind of like get in my crease area, blending out different colors. So I have this Essence brush. And I have two Duo Lash Glue, one for my kit, for my makeup kit. So if you guys that I already know, I am starting to do makeup artistry on other people. So definitely make sure you stay tuned for my journey with that. So of course I got about two of everything, but yeah, so I picked up the clear Duo Lash Glue just because it dries a whole lot faster for me, in my opinion, versus the glue that I normally use from the beauty supply store. Don't get me wrong, I love my glue, and this is the glue that I normally use, the INV Black Super Hold Glue. I normally use that one, but I just want to get into using clear glue just in case if I'm not doing a liner, then it kind of will, if it dries clear, it's okay, it's cool. Sometimes with that black eyeliner, the way it dries, you can still kind of see it if you haven't lined your eyes properly. So, and then also just to apply glitter is another reason why I picked up this Dual Lash Glue. And I added some lippies. So I grabbed 3 lippies from Milani. These are the matte satin lip liquid lipsticks, and this is the satin color number 10, the deep red. We also have velvet in number 9. This is more like a blush tone color, and then I also picked up plush in number 4. This is like a light pink shade. So I can go ahead and just swatch those for you guys. And I haven't decided if I'm going to put these in my kit yet or if I'm just going to try them out, see how I like them, and then add them to the kit. So I can get it open. Why is everything giving me a hard time trying to open it? It looks like some plastic all over it. And another reason why I wanted to do this live, because I just want to get in the habit of going live more often and giving you guys like raw, authentic content. Not to say that the content is never raw or authentic, because it is, but just, just showing you guys full start to finish on how things come out. And you guys, I don't know what in the world, why this is not opening for me. I don't know. I may have to show you guys these swatches later because it's like they done super tape these things up. So I'm gonna have to show you guys the swatches later because these are the 3 colors that I picked up today from Milani. I'm gonna put them back in the bag. And then I also grabbed like 2 lip liners to go with those from Milani. So this is Pretty Pink in 13 and True Red to kind of go with those 2 satin lipsticks that I picked up. And trying to make sure I forget anything. And the last thing that I picked up is this micro precision eyebrow pencil from Essence. I'm always looking for new eyebrow pencils. I never kind of I do typically stick with always using my Wet n Wild Coley crayon eyeliner pencil, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? Cinnamon brown. So I normally always use this, but sometimes you just get tired of using the same thing all the time. Not saying that it's not a good quality. This is always my go-to if whatever I'm using doesn't work for me, but just kind of wanted to switch it up, do something new in 2022. So I picked up this brush from Essence Brush, this eyebrow pencil from Essence, and this is a new color. What color is this? dark brown, and it is waterproof. They only have 3 shades, so my eyebrow hairs are too dark, so that's why I decided to go with this one. And it is a nice precision tip on it. And I like those strokes that makes. So I'm excited to see how this is going to work out for me as well. And I'm actually going to do face first because, like I said, this is going to be more of like a daytime vibe, not nothing too super dramatic. Just because I'm going to be wearing sunglasses anyway and a hat, so you're not even going to see everything that I'm working with today. But so like I said, we're going to be doing Sienna and Nutmeg from the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm actually going to apply this. Let me take my watch off real quick. I'm going to apply this on the back of my hand and use a brush to actually apply it to my face. Yeah, I'm going to use this one because I don't have another foundation brush. So this is from a paintbrush set that I got, and oh my gosh, a shout out to my girl Kay for putting me on to this brush set because it's just amazing. So I'm going to be applying my foundation to my face with this brush. So like I said, I'm going to be using Sienna on the outside and then Nutmeg on the inside of my face. I'm just going to take 2 pumps. Yeah, actually, let me see how this Nutmeg gonna look first, cause yeah, I'm not about to catch me slipping on live, so it's not that off. So they're literally like a shade or two away from each other. So I'm just gonna take this brush and start applying sienna to the outside of my face. Oh, who's watching me? I didn't even get to see who came on, but hey, how you doing? I couldn't even get to see your name when you popped off. But I'm sitting up here doing a daytime makeup look. And can you all let me know if the music is a little too loud? I can't tell if I'm like talking over it or not. You just gonna turn it down a little bit. But anyways, I'm doing a daytime makeup look, and I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I'm using sienna around the outside of my face, and then I'm going in with nutmeg on the inside of my face. So just using a paintbrush to actually apply the foundation on the outside of my face. And hey y'all, it's 2022. Sounds good, not too loud. Okay, thank you, Mom, for letting me know that because I couldn't really tell if the music was too loud or not. But now I'm taking nutmeg in the center of my face just to kind of like give me a little bit of color, kind of like do a pre-highlight before we actually highlight. Is basically what this foundation in the middle is gonna do. So you can see it's a little bit lighter than sienna on the outside, but it's just gonna tie all together. Excuse me, it's gonna tie all together when we blend everything out. So I'm just focusing that on the middle of my face. And before I take the rest on my face, I'm just going to start blending it out with my Instapot face brush. And I'm going to blend out the outside and kind of work my way into the inside of my face. So I'm using my Real Technique Instapot face brush. And we're just going to just press that foundation into the skin. You definitely want to make sure that you're doing tapping motions so that way you can get the full coverage out of the foundation, as well as just, not making any streaks. So if you swipe your brush like this on your face, you're going to have streaks of foundation moving everywhere. Versus when you press that foundation into the skin, it's going exactly where you want it to go. And then as I go inward, I'm just going to start blending in that foundation on the middle of my face. And then I'm also not taking the foundation too far up underneath my eyes because we are going to add concealer later. So it's really no need to go ahead and apply too much product because too much product, you're going to have buildup. It's going to be cakey. So as y'all can see on this side, we've already blended out this side, and you really can't even tell that I have two foundation colors on my face. So that's a little tip for you guys, especially if your skin complexion does change throughout the year like mine. A little bit more warmer and redder in the summertime, and then as it gets colder, I just start to get a little bit more on the yellow side, a little bit lighter, especially in the middle of my face. So that's why we went in with two different foundation colors. And again, we're just pressing that foundation into the skin. And I'm not going all the way up just because I'm going to go back in. So another thing that I'm super duper excited about for 2022 is just going live more. That's something that I wanted to do in 2021, but I was just playing games, y'all. I was playing games. Just so that way I can give you guys more frequent content, because not all the time am I able to come and just do a full-blown video and edit and everything for you guys. So going live will just give me another opportunity to give you guys content and more frequently give you guys that content. And y'all comment below some things that you are excited for 2022. Something that you learned in 2021 that you're going to apply in 2022, and something that you're just really looking forward to in 2022. So as you all can see, those two foundation shades are just blending effortlessly together and giving me my perfect foundation shade. And of course, we're going to go in with some concealer underneath, so don't even have to worry about that. And I just like to make sure my foundation is blended out. And then you also want to make sure that you're taking it down your jawline, up on your ears too, especially depending on what you're wearing. If I was wearing something that was exposing more of my neck, I definitely will make sure that I'm blending the foundation downward more. But since my neck is pretty much covered, we're pretty much good with just doing the face. But depending on what you're wearing, you definitely want to make sure that you take that into consideration when you are doing your makeup. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could. I mean, the camera giving me justice, but in person, oh my gosh, like this looks super duper cute already. So now that I have that blended out, I'm just gonna lightly take my Morphe setting mist. This is a continuous setting mist, and I'm just going to spray my face with it real quick. And I like to set my face several times throughout the makeup just so that way nothing is moving. And I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge and just press that setting mist all into my skin. And the sponge is also going to pick up any excess foundation as well. Because remember, you all, less is more, especially when it comes to makeup. Less is more. So I'm just pressing that foundation into my skin. And now that I have the foundation all pressed into my liking, I am going to go ahead and move on to highlighter. And before I do that, I'm just going to make sure. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to wipe this foundation off because it is running. And we can't have no accidents over here. Can't have no accidents. And that foundation everywhere. So now I'm going to highlight my face. So as you guys can see, I have a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. So we're going to take care of that. And to highlight, I'm going to be using two concealers to highlight my face. Grab all of them for y'all. So I'm going to be using my NARS concealers. This is in the shade Walnut, and I'm also going to be going in with Caramel. And Walnut is kind of like one shade lighter than me. It has a more yellow tone. but I'm going to go in with the caramel shade just to brighten you up just a little bit more. So I'm just taking that underneath the eyes, just like this, and then like a triangular shape and stretching it out. With this concealer, I do like to let it sit a little bit before I actually blend everything all out. And I'm going to blend out this color first and then go back in with the other color next. And I'm also going to take this a little bit on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, a little bit on the forehead. I don't like to go too ham on the forehead just because my forehead is a little big. So I don't like to do too much on the forehead, but getting that, and then I'm going to go over the upper lip area as well. And before I blend that out, we're going to spray the face one more time. So I'm going to spray my face again with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Like I said, we want that concealer to sit in place. And while that concealer is just setting, and the reason why I like to let it sit a little bit is so that way you can get a little bit more full coverage. So we're just going to let that sit on the face for a little bit, and I'm going to start prepping my eyebrows. I'm not going to go too ham far as sculpting them out. I really want this to be like really effortless, everyday, like going out makeup look, not nothing too dramatic, especially like if you don't have that much time. I know this live is a little lengthy, but I promise you, you can literally do this makeup look that I'm doing in probably like 10 minutes. Literally 10 minutes, if that. I'm just looking for my Scooby brush. All these brushes, I swear you guys, stuff be literally in my face, and I don't be seeing it. It's right in my face. So I'm just going to use the end of another brush to kind of get my eyebrows pressed. And y'all bear with me because I'm on live trying to do my eyebrows. Is another level of expertise. But before I start my eyebrows, I am going to start blending out my foundation. And my beauty sponge is damp. So I'm just going to like press the beauty sponge into the concealer. And first I like to work on the edges, and then I go inward, and I'm not dragging the product down. I'm literally just pressing it in the space that it's in because I don't want to move it. I don't want to move the concealer from where I have it. And you always want to make sure when you get right underneath your eye, you want to look up so that way you don't create any creases. And of course your eyes are naturally going to crease, but this is just going to help so that way your makeup doesn't crease more. And I'm just going to press that concealer into my face. And like I said, I'm not moving it around, but I'm literally just pressing it where it is already on my face. And one thing that I'm doing with my makeup is just not being afraid to try new things. So I have started to play with cream contouring. I normally just use a bronzing powder. So that is something that you guys are going to see more of from me in 2022. Just trying new makeup techniques so that way I'm just not always doing the same thing. I want to be able to expand my makeup skills and try multiple different techniques and looks. Couldn't even think of what I was going to say for a second. And then trust the process, you guys. It's going to look really crazy at first when you are working with these products and trying to blend everything together. But I promise you, as you keep blending, it's just going to come all together. It's going to come all together. And then also I find like when I'm doing this part of the makeup, I do kind of have to move fast. So you'll see me move around to the places. You just keep going back and forth to kind of get that blend the way I want it. And then with the forehead, like I said, I'm trying to stay right in that place because we don't want to over accentuate. With highlighting, you are going to bring more light and attention to those areas. So like I said, my forehead is already got a lot of real estate going on. So I'm just going to keep that right in the center because we don't want to make my forehead look like a 5 head. You want to keep it at a 4 head, not a 5 head. And I feel like I always do my nose last. Like, And then with my nose, I like to go back over it with my finger just to kind of help diffuse and blend that concealer out a little bit more. And then I like to go back in with my foundation brush just to go around the edges of where I highlighted. So that way I can marry the concealer to the foundation and everything is just blended effortlessly. And so that way we can get rid of any lines of demarcation as well. So, and I'm still using tap motions, y'all. I'm not sliding at all. I know it may look like I am, but I'm using tap motions. And before I move on, I am going to go ahead and set my concealer underneath the eyes and on my chin and my nose and my mouth, just so that way those areas don't start to creep up on me. And to set all the areas that I highlighted, I am going to be using the Laura Mercier powder in translucent. This is literally my holy grail favorite powder to go to. I do like to use a variety of different powders, but I always use this, and sometimes I may mix this powder with a yellow powder or a more taupey tan powder, just depending on what type of look I'm going for. But this powder right here, if you are new to just wearing makeup, this powder is definitely good to add to your kit because the quality is bomb and it is worth the price. You do get a lot of product with this powder. And then one thing that I like to do now with the powder, I like to use a damp beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna wipe the excess off on my wrist, so that way we don't have a whole lot of powder getting caked up on the face. And you just wanna make sure you have an even layer of powder on your beauty sponge, and I'm just going to press that powder into place. And I'm gonna look up so that way I do not set any creases underneath my eyes. And we're just gonna press that powder in those places. And then the reason why I like to swipe off the excess, because you can literally swipe your sponge back over those areas to pick up that extra powder and not go back into the container. So it also is a way that you can save more product as well by swiping it on your wrist and then going back to pick up that excess. And I'm just grabbing a little bit more product, not too much, swiping it off on the side, and then taking the rest and blending it into my face. And we're just going to take a little bit more so that way we can go on the forehead, get that forehead together. Oh my gosh, I really could wish that you guys could see like the in person. Like the camera is giving me life though. Like you can't tell me my face ain't blended, okay? So let me go ahead and do these eyebrows real quick, pop some lashes on, and we'll basically be done. I'm also going to just bronze today, not going to do any cream contour just because this is a daytime look and I want to keep it more daytime. So I am going to use my new Instapot cheek brush to actually apply my bronzer today. And again, it has the same like angled face, just like the Instapot foundation brush. So I'm going to use the bronzer with the cheek brush, and then I'm going to go back over with the foundation brush just to kind of blend all of those areas together. And for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar. Oh my goodness, it's such a tongue twister, but I really do love this product. This is literally my go-to when it comes to warming up my face. And I'm going to be using the shade in the middle. It's more of like an orangey brown tone, so it's going to kind of give me like a sun-kissed look. Versus if I were to use the darker one, that would give me a more like snatched, like you gonna see this contour look. So I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Bakery. And I'm just pushing my brush into the product, and we're going to tap off the excess so that way we don't have any fallout. Pick up a little bit more product, tap off the excess, and we're just going to make a little fish face. Oh my goodness. We're going to like that so that way we can bring out those cheeks. And you guys can already kind of see, like, my cheeks are a little bit prominent on my face, but prominent. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all can kind of see the cheekbone already. So I'm going to take this, go like this. And again, using those tapping motions. And I also like to take it up on the sides of my temples as well. And as you all can see, I didn't go back in with any more product. I just used what I had on the brush. And I just brought it all the way up on the sides of the temples. And then just like that, we've already had some warmth into the skin. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And just before I go to the other side, you guys can see the difference. I mean, you can see my cheekbone, you can see the shadow, but this side looks a little bit more warmer. So we're going to bring that warmth on the other side. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of the product and I'm going to do my forehead, right here on the sides of the temples. And then I'm also going to take some product on my chin and on my jawline. And this is the only time where you'll really see me swipe product on my face, is when I go around my chin with bronzer contour. Again, getting those pimples real quick. And then that just brings a little bit of warmth back into the face because we did just go in with all that highlight. So now we're getting somewhere. So next I'm going to actually apply this on the bridges of my nose just to kind of give my nose a little bit more structure. And I'm going to use, where is it? Use this slanted eyeshadow brush to actually apply that product. And I'm just going to start where my eyebrow is because we want to make it look a little bit more natural. So I'm starting where my eyebrow is, and I'm taking a little bit of product from one side to the other because we don't want it to be too harsh. And I'm just going to drag it down the sides of my nose. And again, like I said, I know it may look a little bit crazy at first, but once you blend everything together, then it just comes all together. And I just want to take it all the way down my nose too, on the sides. And then I like to go in with my finger at first to kind of diffuse the harsh lines. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush. Like I said, going up into my eyebrow hairs. And blending that out with my fingers. And then I like to go with my beauty sponge as well, just to kind of like help blend. So it just doesn't look like I just swiped that product on my nose. So this is gonna help me blend that out just a little bit. And then it just looks a little bit more natural, just like that. So I'm going to be using that essence brush that I showed you all earlier to fill in my eyebrows. Like I said, this is going to be a natural looking eyebrow today, not nothing too dramatic. So I am going to try to figure out, do I want to look in this mirror or look at y'all while I'm trying to do this? I don't know. I'm gonna look in the mirror. I'm gonna play it safe and I'm gonna look in the mirror just because I don't want to mess up trying to talk to y'all and look at this mirror. So taking the Essence that Essence Eyebrow Pencil and Precision Brush. Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to lightly fill in my eyebrow hairs. It is about time for me to get my eyebrows done, but we're gonna wait on that. So literally, I'm just filling in the areas where my eyebrows are a little bit sparse. I mean, I do have pretty thick eyebrows, so it's really not much for me to fill in. But we're just gonna make a nice little shape. We're just gonna shape them up a little bit. So by me adding that line right there, that kind of made it a little bit more structured. So like I said, we want to keep it nice and natural today. And I'm not even going to add in any concealer too, because I really want to give like, even though I know I got makeup on, but kind of like a no makeup look every day, going out makeup. So that's what we're trying to achieve with this look. And then just comparing this eyebrow to this eyebrow, I mean, they both look pretty similar, but it's a little bit more structured on this side when we filled it in. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, starting at the bottom of my eyebrow and going to the tail, and then going back up on the top of the eyebrow, and then going back to the tail again. And I can give you guys a more like in-depth eyebrow tutorial if you guys want to see that. So just to make sure that you comment on either this live or another video that you want to see an up-to-date eyebrow routine for 2022. Because I have switched it up a lot with doing my eyebrows. And literally, that's pretty much it for eyebrows right now. Because like I said, we're giving a little bit more natural looking eyebrow look today. And before I actually apply my eyes today, I am going to just add a little bit of concealer. And I'm actually going to be using the Walnut Chocolate Concealer. This one is a little bit more closest to my skin complexion. And I'm just going to apply that all over the eyelid using the applicator. And I'm going to take my beauty sponge again to press this concealer into my eyelid. And I like using this color because, like I said, it's a little bit closer to my skin complexion. So if I'm really not in the mood to wear eyeshadow for a day, like this is definitely my go-to. Putting on this concealer on my eyelid, blending it out, setting it with bronzer, and then that's literally a whole eye look right there in like 2 minutes. And then already by me just adding that concealer to my eyelids, it already lifted up and made my eyes look a little bit more brighter and open just by adding that concealer. So if you aren't really good at applying foundation, I definitely would get you maybe 1 or 2 concealer shades, like one that's kind of exactly like your complexion shade and one that's like 1 shade lighter to kind of play with on the eye to kind of give you different eye looks, different natural eye looks. And I'm going to go back into that Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar, and I'm going to use the same color that I use all over the rest of my face, and I'm going to apply that on top of the concealer. Even though, like I said, it's not really acting, it's acting as the eyeshadow, the concealer, but you do want to make sure that you're setting any cream products that you put on your face with a powder. So this is basically going to set it in place. Now, I could have used the translucent powder, but I want to still keep it looking warm. So I'm just going to take this fluffy eyeshadow brush and we're just going to press that bronzer all over the eyelid. And I'm not going up into my eyebrow bone area just because we have a natural highlight underneath the brow bone going on. So I don't want to cover that. So I'm just staying right underneath where the base of my eyelid above the crease and then going right underneath that brow bone area. And I'm going to grab some more of the bronzer, tap off the excess so we don't have any fallout, and I'm going to press that onto the eyelid. And bam, we literally almost done with this look. Almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara. This is the Ultimate Mascara from Mary Kay. And I'm just going to apply that to my eyelashes. And I don't know, I may not do lashes today. I think I'm kind of feeling like a more like natural look, like natural. So I'm gonna apply my mascara. Oh my gosh, like this is a look, this is a whole vibe, natural, okay? She woke up like this. Yay. Am I the only one that feels like I really have to concentrate when I'm putting on mascara? Because I feel like I'm either going to poke my eyeball out, get the mascara down all underneath here, like a whole mess. So, for lips today, I'm going to keep it simple and nude. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I need to do a gloss because, I mean, everything else is nice and simple. The lips got to give some drama. So, we're definitely about to give a little bit of drama with the lips. I'm thinking about what lip liner I want to use today. So I'm going to use the Mary Kay lip liner in Dark Chocolate. It's literally my favorite lip liner. You do got to be a little careful with this lip liner though. If you apply too much, you're going to be looking crazy. So I'm just going to do a little bit. And like I said, I'm going to keep this a very neutral lip today. So the first thing that I'm going to use is, I think I'm going to go on my Nyx Butter Gloss. Yeah. So I'm going to use the Nyx Butter Gloss, and this is Fortune Cookie. I'm going to use that in the middle of my lips first. Ooh, I know y'all saw that. Oh my gosh. Why is it coming out like that? And I know it looks crazy at first, but you gotta blend it together. So with me or myself, blending my lip gloss and my lip liner, I like to use my finger and just kind of like pat it in. And I do like to mash my lips together too, because that also would help with the lip liner. And then it's a little bit more blended out. And then I'm going to go on top of that with a glitter lip gloss. And I'm going to be using, since we have a more bronzy look going on with the brown sweater, I'm going to use the shade Copper Aurora from Mary Kay. And this is like a bronzy glitter lip gloss. I'm just going to place that right on top. Kind of add some shimmer. And then as I'm applying the lip gloss, I'm kind of using the Dove applicator to kind of blend my lip liner into it as well. And I'm just going to spray my face again with the Morphe Setting Mist, and that's literally the entire look. Now, I know we took almost an hour, but I promise you, if you took up the steps that I was dropping in this look, you can literally achieve this in probably 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and set the face again with the Morphe Setting Mist. if you like me, you got a fan on deck, and we're just gonna fan that spray. And then I'm gonna press that spray in again one more time with my beauty sponge. And voila, like that is literally it. This is my going out daytime natural makeup look. This is not like my everyday makeup look because y'all already know I got to have me some lashes on. Like this is different. This is different. But yeah, like y'all let me know what y'all are excited for 2022. Like I said, I have lots of videos coming out for you guys this upcoming week. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed, you turn those post notifications on so that way you are ready for the new uploads that are coming. And y'all let me know some things that you guys want to see from me in 2022 as well. And you guys already know what to do. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay popping. And I will catch y'all in the next live or video. You never know. So that's why you gotta stay notified. But y'all already know what to do. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay popping. And I will catch y'all later. Bye.